This month, your brand appeared in 47 AI-generated responses. Your competitors showed up 183 times across those exact same queries. When you pull the tracking data, you might see over 300 different sources where the AI is pulling information about your category: Reddit threads, industry blogs, software review sites. You have all the data, but absolutely no clarity on which of these sources actually matter. Without a method to rank these targets, teams usually hit one of two walls. They either fall into analysis paralysis, endlessly sorting spreadsheets, or they default to random action, chasing whatever mention feels easiest to get. Neither approach moves your share of voice. To solve this, we use the 30-day citation acquisition sprint. It relies on a mathematical framework called the 5-factor priority score to filter out the noise and identify exactly where you need to focus. Winning visibility in AI search means abandoning the idea that every brand mention is valuable. You only need to prioritize the highly specific citations that shape the language models of your industry. The priority score ranks every single citation opportunity on a 0 to 100 scale. Factor 1, source authority, is 30%. Factor 2, LLM frequency, is 25%. Factor 3, competitor gap, is 20%. You must close these to remain relevant. Finally, actionability at 15% and source recency at 10% prioritize achievable, fresh content. This balance ensures a return on effort, stopping your team from wasting months trying to edit a heavily guarded Wikipedia page, and points them toward active, highly cited forums and blogs where you can make an immediate impact. Week 1 of the sprint starts by establishing your baseline. You run an initial share of voice measurement across 50 distinct category-relevant AI prompts to see exactly where you stand today. The platform takes the resulting scrape and categorizes every citation source by opportunity type, sorting them into buckets like user-generated content or PR outreach. To find your targets, you apply a strict filter. You set the status to new, and you set the priority score threshold to 70 and above. Immediately, that chaotic list of 300 potential sources collapses into a manageable checklist of 10 to 15 highly targeted tasks. Applying this strict mathematical filter is what transforms a passive reporting dashboard into an aggressive, manageable execution workflow. You now know exactly what to do first. Moving into weeks 2 and 3, you execute. For user-generated content targets like Reddit or Quora, your goal is to provide genuinely helpful, value-driven replies that naturally include your brand. Instead of writing from scratch, the draft reply agent pulls brand context from the platform, instantly generating a tailored, context-aware response for the specific thread. Meanwhile, your PR team runs a parallel workflow for editorial targets. These require navigating human gatekeepers at industry publications. Using the compose email function, the system analyzes the target article and its author, then drafts a personalized pitch. It automatically offers specific value, like an expert quote or a relevant case study, in exchange for brand inclusion. But here is the critical rule. Human review is absolutely mandatory. You must verify the tone, check the context, and edit the draft so it sounds natural before you post or send anything. Utilizing these targeted drafting agents condenses what used to be hours of agonizing copywriting into just a few minutes of high-leverage execution. When you reach week 4, you measure the results. Between days 28 and 30, you run a follow-up share of voice measurement using the same 50 prompts from week 1. You compare this new data directly against your baseline. This shows you exactly which outreach efforts flip to a 1 status, typically revealing a 4 to 8 percentage point increase in your overall share of voice. For a healthy campaign, your benchmark should hover around a 60 to 70% success rate for forum replies and 30 to 40% for editorial outreach. Tracking these specific win rates removes the guesswork. If your forum posts convert while your editorial pitches fail, you know exactly where to allocate your team's time in the next 30-day cycle. By ruthlessly ignoring any target scored under 70, your team spends their time closing the specific competitive gaps that were hurting your visibility, measurably increasing your total share of voice. And these results compound. As language models run their next training updates, these 1 citations cement your brand's authority deep within the AI's neural network. Step 4 is simple. Clear the completed tasks from your board, run a new baseline to see how the landscape shifted, and start your next 30-day sprint. By combining strict mathematical prioritization with automated execution, you stop treating AI search like an abstract guessing game and turn it into a continuous engine for digital visibility.